Hey guys, this is Dr. McFarland, and this is the viewer suggested Headrush rigs number 22. And we have a good show tonight. On Thursday, we have some rigs from Fleetwood Mac, working on some bass tones, Living on a Prayer, probably the solo tone for that. Judith from A Perfect Circle, maybe some Radiohead, some High and Dry, and Fake Plastic Trees. So, I basically went for 10 minutes just now. It was like, hey, where is everybody? I don't know where everybody is. And the thought crossed my mind that, hey, maybe I still had it unlisted and didn't make it public. So, and I can already see we have 2 people in here. So it lets me know that it is working properly. So, what I've done so far, we have the Chain from Fleetwood Mac. And I was primarily working on the solo for that song. Not a whole lot going on. There's just a little bit of slight overdrive that I'm getting from the amp. And a little bit of slapback delay that I was sensing in there. So I put some tape delay before the amplifier. Bridge pickup. Running through the shadow. Then Lindsey Buckingham's kind of doing this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to turn that mix down of the delay a little bit. Maybe around there. We can add, I have just a little bit of room reverb. Not tons. Alright, I'm fine with that. Running through the shadows. Alright, not bad. Not bad, folks. Alright. Let's move on to Living on a Prayer, because that's a pretty fun song. And I'm going to bring up my history so I can listen to that part of the song again. Oh, yes. Wait for this ad to play. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to save that. And then we're going to do new rig. I'm thinking this is 80s. So we're probably going to put in, I don't know. It can be a Lead 800. We can do a Soldano. There's really too many options for overdrive kind of stuff. Let's see what this does. Let's crank up that preamp. Now, one thing I've started doing as of today, I really like, I took the focused preset on the Perry EQ and I made my own little own. So I'm cutting a little bit of low end and I'm boosting a little bit of highs. And I'm cutting a little bit of 3.9K. So what that does, and if I put it after the amp, so it just kind of cleans up some of those frequencies before it hits the amp. Alright, here's the solo right here. Alright, so what I want to try and recreate is it has an interesting room reverb kind of sound to it. And I'm going to try and mimic that. So let's just say, we're in a room, and let's kind of mess with the time and the size. And I'm going to turn the mix up a little bit so I can hear the effect of the room, and then I can turn it down later. So, alright, so I think it's too much. Alright, that's weird, but let's turn it down now, see what happens. That's nice. So, beyond making tones for different songs, it's great to just sit and listen to a song and try and play the parts by ear. You're really going to train your ear to hear like different, scales and different chord voicings and stuff that you normally want to, force yourself to do. So, what I'm going to do here, that's a pretty good room tone. Alright, not bad. That's not move my chair over the cable here. Alright, I'm gonna listen to that solo one more time. Alright, it's just a good room sound. I'm going to juice the front end of this amp with a little bit of Tube Screamer. AXIOM. And because why not? Something like that. Who knows? Let's do EQ is red. Not really a whole lot going on with this song. I mean, really. It's kind of a weird reverb for the solo, but what we can do is, no, I don't want to save his new rig. Cancel. I just want to, well, yeah, I do. I want to save that. Sorry. Living on a prayer. You're like, that don't sound right, but it's got to be in the mix for it to sound right. So for example, let's let's try something weird. Let's try and loop this with my toe here. So, that didn't work. What did I just do? Oh, I gotta hit record. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. Nice. Alright, cool. That's not bad. It's not perfect, but I think it gets the point across. You know, we're from the 80s. We're picking a good, 82 lead 800 amplifier, cranking it up all the stinking way. And, just keeping it simple. Not really sure if anything else needs to be done here. We can, let's do like a graphic EQ and say, I do have a solo boost option here. Let's see what this does versus the Tube Screamer. All right, let's start. I gotta turn my reverb on here. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's living on a prayer. I don't know if there's a big difference. Basically what I did with some graphic EQ, I took a preset and then I kind of made it my own. I boosted some highs and raised the gain up all the way. So I'm really pushing the front end of that amp, which is really my main goal there. So it just tightens up everything. I'm gonna get rid of that Tube Screamer. And let's do a hardware assign. Get rid of the amp and the cab and the pair EQ. And maybe, just maybe, we only have Let me show you. Let me show you something here. Let me show you this. So let's say we go in and we add, we put the amp back in there. All right, so check this out. We're gonna make a scene. Yes, we make a scene, folks. Graphic EQ is not gonna be on yet, but the amp's gonna be on. No reverb on. Cab is on. All right, keeping it basic. And let's make this orange for fun. We're gonna name it Rhythm. All right. Now we're gonna edit this scene and pair EQ on. Graphic EQ is on. Amp on. Reverb on. Cab on. All right. So this is gonna be purple. We'll name it Lead. So I love having this touchscreen. I don't care what anybody says about, oh, the Helix is better or whatever else. Touchscreen wins every time for me. Because I just love having that touchscreen, man. It is sweet. All right, cool. Here we go. So here's the rhythm. Walk on the dial. Pinch harmonics, yay. Here's the lead tone. I think that's how it ends. Alright, that's my goal for this next week, is learn the solo for Living on a Prayer. It's going to happen. It's going to be fun. Alright, I think it's pretty good for now. Let's work on a perfect circle. This is going to be a beast. Judith P. Circle. Bam. Okay. Let me listen to the song again. Let me get it back in my head where it was before. One thing I noticed is a very thick overdrive sound, but I had some ambient kind of part in there, which is really neat. Yeah. I gotta listen to this band a little bit more. Alright, so that part kind of goes into some delay, reverb kind of stuff. Alright, so I'm going, dropping picks. Alright, so I'm going full on raunchiness here. Let's try Tread Modern first and see what happens. I'm really liking the MD421 here lately. It sounds good to me. Let's crank the gain. All right, interesting. Not sure where I'm going with this yet. Let's kind of scoop the mids. Let's try my EQ thing here. All right, not bad. Let's see. Let's see if I do drop D. Alright, let's try a different amp. Let's try the M2 lead. Still not feeling it. Trying different ones here. Checking the comments. No comments. What's up, guys? Hello. Alright, I'm looking for a very beefy tone. That one's got some mid-range to it. I mean, I can go back to the modern. I don't care. It's fine. Alright, that's good. I'm fine with that. Let's MD421 on axis. I love that cab. I love that mic. It sounds so good. All right, let's put a. That's just for fun. Let's see what some EQ sound. Boosting some threes. You're not doing a whole lot there. All right, cool. Not quite sure what I'm doing here, but let me listen to the song a little bit more. Try and get it in my head. That's a pretty good beefy tone right there for the rhythm kind of stuff I'm hearing. Alright. So he's got a little slide solo going on in there. And what I'm going to do is let's put in some delay. And we'll do a default stereo. 3/8 is basically a dotted quarter. So instead of a dotted eighth, you got a dotted quarter, so the delay is a little bit longer. So it definitely gets a very washy kind of sound. Alright, so we are going to do the same thing here. Let's go to scene. We're going to say pair EQ on, JRC off, amp on, that one on. Let's do that one off. Delay off, cab on. And we'll make it dark purple. So this would be rhythm. Then we'll go to cab. We'll say pair EQ on, this one on, amp on, that one on, that one on, that one on. Alright, so that way we can toggle back and forth. And slide. Alright, so rhythm, we got slide solo. There's like a little thing in there at the beginning, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to change the colors of these though, because we can. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we got rhythm. Slide. Let's see what happens here if we turn this on. Alright, cool. Alright, 3 rigs in 30 minutes. We can do this, folks. Let's do something easy, real fast. Let's do a bass rig. So let me unplug my guitar here. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, so bass it's really not rocket science. So all I'm going to do, go to amp. We got 3 different bass options. We got a flip bass, we got a blue line bass, and a blue line scoop. I like the blue line bass for 99% of all I do, especially when I'm recording. It just sounds good. Now, as far as microphones, there's the Dyne 20, which is your RE20 microphone, your Dyne 12, which is your D112 from AKG. Don't really want to use a ribbon or a condenser mic, so we'll stick with the RE20 for this one. All right, and this is gonna be let's do a Karma Police bass. All right, that was pretty good. And there was basically acoustic and bass in that song to start off with. Karma Police, whoa, whoa. Ba, 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 ba. Alright. I mean, it's kind of silly to do a bass rig for Karma Police. I mean, it's nothing really special, but alright, but I am going to go over some concepts here. So if you crank this bass, actually this might be a better, let's do this instead. We're not going to do Karma Police bass. We're going to do the chain bass. So it has a very bright kind of sound in here. We don't want to crank the amp too much, but there is a little bit of dirt happening on the recording, so we're going to make it nice and bright, nice and snappy. Maybe bring up some ultra highs. Through the shadows, chain keep us together. All right, cool. It's great. As far as EQ goes, I really don't think that we need tons of EQ, but the bass EQ is very interesting. So let me show you what I've been working on today. All right, so we got that. Here is the elastic. All right, there's our bright tone that we like, right? All right, I'm liking that. That's good. Let's check the output. Fine. That is perfect. Now, let's add in some gray comp. And I made my own little preset today. And I think there's another preset in here, dot gray. Alright, so one has sustain at 10, the other has to sustain at 20. like that. I like it. So now let's go to looper and we'll do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna switch back to guitar. And I'm gonna get out of that. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. And we can go back to our chain over here. Yeah, tight. So that is our sweet bass licks. Let's turn down the mix of that. Let's do it like that. There we go. Nice. That is fun. All right, cool. So we got the chain FM bass. All right, so let's go in and edit this rig. So that way we got the chain FM, we got the chain bass right underneath it. All right, sweet. Cancel, save. All right, there we go. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. And so here lately, I've really liked using rig view. But once you get your rigs in place, you can also be in hybrid view like I am right now. And you can have some scenes or stomps across the bottom and have the rigs across the top. Now, with global settings on 3, if we reverse the hybrid mode, now watch this. Let me get the camera up for you can see. All right, so check this out. We got rigs across the top and stomps across the bottom, right? If I go reverse, bam. Now I got rigs across the bottom and stomps across the top. Now you may not want that, it doesn't really matter, but that is the option if you want to use hybrid view. So you can have your rigs easily accessible down here, right? You can do different stuff. If you need to kick in some, kick in and out some different things, you can, whatever, okay? So I can reverse that back. So that's how you do that. And let's go to hardware sign. We're going to take out the amp and cab. All right, cool. And let's say for fun, let's throw in our graphic EQ for a solo boost. And so it's going to drive the amp a little bit. Oh, I'm going to drop D. I was wondering why it sounded so weird earlier. I know, I'm weird. All right, let's see. We got about, we've been going for about 41 minutes. Here we go. All right, let me check the comments here. Nobody commenting. It's okay. What's up, guys? You can suggest rigs as we go along if you feel inclined. I don't mind that at all. But usually I will, if I don't have a plan, I'll look at other suggestions from the past weeks and try to include those as much as I can. I still need to do some research on the fake plastic trees thing here. Let's see. Let's do a fake plastic trees rig here. So he mainly plays acoustic for most of the song. But toward the end, he is, let's see here. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry. Let's see here. All right. Toward the end of the song, they start getting some overdrive kind of guitars going. And there's a few different things we could do with this. So we can have a clean-ish amp and then kick in some overdrive pedals, which is probably what they do. I'm just assuming. So let's say, for example, that we have, let's go with a black shimmer. I don't want a silver cone. Let's do a black duo at the MD421 on Nexus. And we're gonna crank up the master on here. Da, 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 da. Do, no, no, do. So that's a clean tone that you can use. So you notice I have the gain and the master all the way up. And it's just a very clean amp. There's a lot of headroom to it, so. So we're gonna say fake plastic. Trees. Daggum, I did it again. Sometimes my typing on this isn't all that great. All right, here we go. Da, 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 All right, we definitely have a bright tone here. So let's turn the presence down. Let's turn the treble down. I do like how this EQ kind of shapes the frequencies a little bit. And let's do some dyne comp. Now, that's good for our clean sound and for our overdrive. Let's add in, let's see what a DC distort does. Yeah, that's not bad. No, I don't want any reverb. So if you crank this all the way, it gets kind of fuzzy sounding. Very fuzzy. That's actually a really good option for just a good old fuzz, just cranking the DC distort all the way up. I probably haven't even done that yet. See what happens if you do the compressor after. All right, let me listen to a few more seconds of the song here. Because I know it's doing more stuff than this. Alright, we're in the key of A. Alright. It's not perfect. Radiohead has used, you know, they're pretty known for using some wacky fuzz effects and overdrives and whatnot. But I wanted to kind of get something a little close. Fairly close. Let's make that purple. I actually really like that a lot. Because when you keep it in this lower range, I mean it's good, but once you start cranking it, I mean, it really comes alive. It gets that fuzz kind of sound going. Yes, love it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Was a man. It was a man. Checking the comments. If I could be who you wanted, if I could be. So that is, let me do the chord progression here. This is a 2 minor to 1, 2 minor to 1, back and forth. So B minor, who you wanted, back to A. Who you wanted. then back to A. Alright. That's pretty easy, right? You got this, folks. Alright, that's pretty good. MD, let's do off axis now. Alright, I kind of like the raunchiness of the on axis sound. Alright, and let's definitely have the comp at the very front, so that way the DC distorter has full dynamic range to just get raunchy. Cool, man. That's great. We don't need the Perry EQ. We don't need the Dynacomp. We can do the distortion. So there we go. So we got distortion on the switch down here, so we can take that in and out. You don't see a way. Maybe let's try, just for fun, a little bit of high shimmer. Don't know why, but that's interesting. So I think this song has an organ in it, so that kind of gives it an organy kind of sound. We can even go as far as putting, do I want to even do that? Maybe a rotary. And we'll take the mix fairly low. That's fun. And then if we kick on the distortion, alright, I think I spent enough time on that, but it's pretty good. I love playing the guitar because it's so fun. Alright guys, this has been Dr. McFarland. I have added a new link down below in this video. It is, you can download my top 8 tips, tone tips for pedals, loopers, multi-effects, pedals, guitars, all kinds of stuff. So keep these 8 tips in mind when you're building your rigs and working with guitar gear. I think this will help you streamline your process. So just follow the link down in the description, and you will sign up for my newsletter, or maybe my mailing list if you want to call it that. And then you will get an email promptly saying, hey, thanks for signing up, and here is your free download. So go ahead and go do that, guys, if you want to learn exactly how I set up, or really my process for setting up guitar rigs and stuff. So I think that'll be a good resource for everyone. And thanks for watching. So this has been viewer suggested Headrush rigs number 22. And